Welcome to our video series on Salesforce Lead to Cash. This is part one, lead generation and marketing automation. So this series is really going to go through what lead to cash is all about and why that is super critical to growing your business, increasing customer retention, growing your leads, all of that fun stuff. My name is Stephanie Gahan. I've worked on the Salesforce platform for a little more than 8 years. I've worked with various marketing automation systems. We started with HubSpot, moved quickly to Pardot, which we love and still use. But we do have clients working with Marketo, Eloqua, Acton, and a lot of the smaller add-on applications that connect into your marketing automation platform or connect directly into Salesforce. A little bit about my background. I have a master's degree in marketing, communication, and advertising, a bachelor's degree in journalism. So before I jumped into the wide, awesome world of Salesforce, I worked as a journalist and a corporate communications writer, and that really provided a background for doing content marketing, inbound marketing, and that's really how I got started with marketing automation, and I gradually worked more into the data side and the technical side, and I worked with various clients in various industries, over 100 clients. I've worked with companies of one person, and I've worked with companies of more than 10,000 people. So one of the awesome things about marketing automation is that you can be that business of one, or you can be a large enterprise, and really the core tool sets are the same. So it really kind of levels the playing field and allows you to do so much more, even if you have a smaller team. So if you haven't read up about our lead to cash approach or Salesforce lead to cash, I highly encourage you to read through an article that we have posted to our blog. We'll link to it in the YouTube description if you're viewing this on YouTube. Or you can just type in Nuvum, what is lead to cash, and it should pull up as one of the first entries in your Google search. So really what lead to cash is all about is centralizing all of your business processes, your data, your people around one core system that's integrated to other systems. And the reason why so many businesses are moving to Salesforce is because it does that really well. So Salesforce offers a suite of products. Most folks are familiar with the CRM, which is Sales Cloud. That's really how Salesforce got its start. But it has a lot of other products. Pardot is one of those products that it owns and connects right into Salesforce. Salesforce CPQ. Service Cloud is the customer service component. There's also a communities portal product. So there's a lot of products that Salesforce owns, but it also has an open API where it connects into other systems. So maybe you have a custom built application in your organization, Salesforce can connect into that system via the open API. So really what Salesforce is all about and what Nuvum's all about is removing those data silos across your organization. So whereas the old paradigm, maybe your ERP was your system of record, new paradigm is your CRM. Your customer is that really core central hub of engagement for your customers and your prospects. So your sales team from Salesforce CRM should be able to see that complete 360-degree view of their prospects and accounts. So they should be able to see what cases they've logged, when they're up for renewal, what warranties they may have, what orders they've submitted, have they been sent an invoice, have they paid their bill. So all of these things can be tracked in Salesforce. And again, that really gives you that 360-degree view of your customer and ensures that you have data integrity across the organization. So you no longer have this situation where you have one address in one system and a different address in another system or different names. So it really streamlines everything and allows you to get a better picture of the customer. So this is just a visual description of what that fully integration solution might look like. Every business is different, so this is going to look a little bit different depending on what industry you're in or what proprietary thing is unique about your company. But this is sort of a general view of what most customers may typically see. So you have your marketing piece, you have your sales piece. You also may have the pricing team, so pricing and quoting. You have your customer service. You have maybe a project management system or team, orders, revenue management. So again, Have we invoiced the customer? Have we received payment? What's all going on with that? So again, Salesforce can really serve as that central hub of all of this data and all of these processes and all of these teams. And when we get all of this connected, this is going to not only make you significantly more efficient, but it's also going to drive revenue because you're able to see insights that you could not see before with these siloed systems. So today we're going to focus really on the lead generation and marketing automation piece, which is really step one in that customer journey. So if we're thinking about lead to cash, that lead to cash process starts the moment that person hits your website and ends the moment they pay their bill, and everything in between, and maybe there's a cyclical effect with that. So we have talked about for years that buyers are at least 50% of the way through the sales cycle before they engage with sales. They are viewing content on your website, they are researching different vendors, they are maybe engaging with you on social media. So there's a lot of research going on behind the scenes, and that's so important when you're thinking about resources and when you're thinking about, do I have enough marketing resources, or where should I be putting my marketing dollars? We really need to make sure that we are allocating resources to this because it is still really, really important. You know, even if you don't generate that lead through your website, guaranteed those folks are going to your website to research you. So if you meet someone at a networking event, maybe you try to reach out to them via LinkedIn, they're going to your website and they're looking at your content and seeing kind of what you're all about. So super, super important to have a really well-optimized website and a marketing automation platform that connects into that so that your sales team can see those insights. They can see what pages their leads are engaging with. They can see what forms they're submitting. Or for a lot of folks who are doing most of their business through inbound marketing, you're generating those leads to your website, and those are passing very seamlessly to sales. So again, step one in that lead to cash process is to make sure that your website is connected to your marketing automation platform, which is then connected to your CRM. There are other tools that you may be leveraging to help with that lead generation process and also kind of that initial sales prospecting phase. So I'm going to go through a little bit of what those are on the next slide. But really what you want to be thinking about is, again, how do I get that 360-degree view of my lead or potentially my customer? We want to make sure all of those tools are connected into those systems so that we can have those seamless insights to generate more leads and to also focus on the best leads and make sure that sales is really prioritizing their leads accordingly. So there's a lot of different tools. It seems like there's a tool coming online every single day in the MarTech space. These are a lot of common ones that we see. So of course, the main tool that marketers are using from a technology perspective is Salesforce. Salesforce is your central hub of all lead and customer information. So you should be tracking your leads, but you should also be tracking your customers. When are they coming up for renewal? Are they happy? You can be sending surveys from Salesforce to your customers or from Salesforce through to your marketing automation platform, and they can be generating automatic survey notifications. So there's a lot of things that we can be using. And again, you just want to be thinking about things that integrate into either your marketing automation platform, which then connects into Salesforce, or connecting directly into Salesforce. There's different tools that do different things, and you just kind of have to evaluate what are we challenged by? Are we challenged by lead generation? Are we challenged by account-based marketing? Do we need a tool that, again, delivers surveys to prospects and customers? So you really kind of need to evaluate what are the gaps that we have and then kind of look at different options for filling those gaps. I'm going to talk about a little bit about account-based marketing because it's a newer approach to marketing and lead generation that's really getting a lot more traction in the market today. So yes, inbound marketing, content marketing, hugely important, but a lot of folks are talking about account-based marketing. And this is a highly targeted approach to driving engagement at a smaller number of perfect fit accounts versus the traditional more is better approach to lead generation. So a lot of my clients today kind of struggle with having actually too many leads in their database and being able to effectively work those leads without proper focus. So account-based marketing really helps you focus on those best fit accounts that may be 100 accounts, 200 accounts, 500, 1,000, whatever makes sense for your business. But it's a really hyper-focused way of ensuring that we are targeting the right accounts, whether it be the right size, the right annual revenue, the right types of decision makers. So it's a really seamless way of looking at, who is the right fit for our product or service. It requires a high degree of collaboration, trust, and feedback between marketing and sales. So, sales and marketing alignment is hugely important here. You can't have your sales team working one place and your marketing team working another place. You've got to really bring things together to make sure that you're working towards the same goal and the same strategy. This also requires a commitment to data integrity, so making sure that you have the correct data points in your system and that your teams are updating those data points. So whether it's sales that's updating the basic lead data points, or maybe it's renewals and retention and customer service. So making sure that we have a full 360-degree view of our prospects and customers all the way through that life cycle. Again, going back to the tool set, so you really need to have the right tool sets to execute an account-based approach. So you may have account-based advertising platforms and campaigns. That's really where Engagio and Terminus at the top, those are account-based marketing platforms. There's other ones out there. Those will help you target specific accounts with advertising and social media. Again, you consider about how those are going to connect into your marketing automation platform and your CRM system. One of the things that I have emphasized for a long time is that when it comes to marketing automation, so let's say you've done your job, you generated that lead, now what? Now what do you do in marketing? So traditionally, we've thought of marketing automation platforms in terms of lead nurturing. So we want to get someone on the hook. Maybe they submit a form for a free resource. Well, then we send them some automated emails, or it could be even SMS messages. That obviously has worked well for many years, but we also want to be thinking about how we can leverage our marketing automation platform and leverage that investment to do more with our marketing. And I want to reemphasize here that you need to think about those resources. So, one marketing person can't do it all. You need to think about maybe having a lead generation specialist and also having a sort of a life cycle marketing specialist that focuses more on helping develop systems or processes that acquire customers, help them onboard, help them stay engaged with the organization, advocate for your organization, do cross-sell, upsell, retention campaigns. So all of those are hugely important when it comes to the complete experience of your customer. And we don't want to lose sight of that lead after that initial lead generation and lead nurturing. We want to think about what else can we be doing to make sure that that lead is having a seamless experience all the way through the process, when they're going through that sales process, when they're onboarding as a customer. That's really going to help you grow your revenue, maybe in ways that you weren't originally thinking about. Consider that 80-20 rule in marketing. So the 80-20 rule can be applied in a lot of different ways, but a lot of times we think about that in marketing in terms of 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. So, think about that when you're prioritizing your marketing resources and you're thinking about that customer life cycle and that customer journey. Don't forget about those customers that are really loyal to you or that are generating a lot of revenue for the business, but maybe they're just a smaller segment. Also consider the data points in Salesforce that can be mapped to your marketing automation platform to serve as trigger points for automated communication. So lead nurturing, again, that's a very traditional way of looking at marketing automation. Definitely, you want to implement those lead nurturing programs. That's one of the very first things that folks usually do when they implement a marketing automation platform. But also be thinking about retention, renewal, upsell, cross-sell, and the data points that are going to give you that information. So if you've got, let's say, a subscription model for a product and a customer is coming up for renewal in 3 months, it would be a great idea to use your marketing automation system to generate those renewal notifications. But of course, you need to have that data point that tells you when that person is up for renewal, because we don't want to have manual processes if we don't have to. That's what marketing automation is all about. So just consider what those data points are, and that may be an opportunity for you to work with your sales team, your customer service team, your operations team, Salesforce administration team, to really understand where that data point is that's going to give you that information that customer may be up for renewal. And again, build a journey for each step in the process of doing business with you so that your customers feel like they're fully engaged throughout the process. Okay, finally, you want to make sure that you're measuring success and KPIs. And that is definitely one of the reasons that more people are investing in Salesforce and Pardot or Marketing Cloud, where you can really have that seamless flow of data between the things that you're doing in marketing and the things that are actually happening in sales. One of the tools that we use most frequently is Salesforce Campaigns. This is a tool in Salesforce that we can help track our marketing campaigns and then connect the dots between those campaigns and actual sales opportunities and closed-won revenue. And the glory about Salesforce Campaigns is that they're highly customizable and they are very robust. So you can have multiple different attribution models, first touch, last touch, multi-touch. You can customize those models. And again, with Salesforce, since there is that open API and since so many apps integrate with Salesforce, so many of them are actually pre-coded, pre-wired to integrate with Salesforce Campaigns. So, we can definitely integrate, let's say, an AdWords campaign with a Salesforce campaign. And we can track what specific ad groups are actually generating revenue in terms of opportunities. So it's hugely important in understanding where your marketing dollars are best spent and also how your prospects and customers are engaging with you.